so I've made my face notch. I've got a nice face notch, about 70 degrees. You notice my little kerf cuts. I'm going to have probably about a little more than a ½ inch hinge here. If I were to have some fibrous material, and the newest material, the newest growth, the last 3 to 5 years of growth, is generally the most fibrous on the tree. If that were to stay attached when the piece comes over, it could rip down into the rigging, and that could become a problem. Because I put the kerf cut, it can only come down to about where that is, and then it will release. So now I'm going to tie in the lowering line. Notice I've used a slip knot here. That way I don't have to hold on to the lowering line this whole time. And I'm going to start with a half hitch. Now I'm going to add in a running bowline as my primary. And now we can slide this up. I want to make sure that these are all lined up. The reason for adding the half hitch here, sometimes we call this a marling half hitch as opposed to a marlin hitch, is that this will help distribute the load between this and the running bowline. We have a fairly tight bend radius here at the running bowline. Notice the bend radius here with the half hitch is only, both lines are at about 90 degrees, so it's a fairly favorable bend radius. And again, the two will share the load as the piece comes over. Now I've got everything lined up. I'm going to ask my ground worker, Norm, you ready to come online here?
All set.
Because this is a pretty good sized piece, we've attached an aluminum bollard, and aluminum is very favorable because that helps dissipate heat better than steel. Norm, what do you got? About 2 wraps, wrap and a half?
2.5 wraps.
Okay, sounds good. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to soon commence with my back cut. Now Dwayne, you're on the tip line? Good, you just wait for my signal to bring that over. And looks like everybody's ready. Okay, so now I've made my back cut, set up my hinge. I'm going to swing out of the way here, and then I'm going to ask my ground workers to make sure they're all set. Norm, you all set? Dwayne? All right, Dwayne, bring her over. All right. Nice job, crew. You notice there's a fair amount of force in that system as the piece came over. You can see how the stem is shaking around a lot. Good thing I'm up here in the bucket truck.